and you shall name him Ishmael. Because why? God heard your cries. And why is that anything to do with Ishmael's name? God heard your cries. Yishmael, El is God. Yishma means he hears. You know, if you've ever heard what you say in their confession of the unity of God, they say, Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Shema Israel, hear. Shema is hear. Ishmael is he hears. El is God. God hears. The noun often comes after the verb in Hebrew. So he likes to interpret names, but now look at the rest of it. He will be a wild ass of a man against every man, and every man against him. And here's the odd thing, setting himself to defy all his brothers. What brothers? You see, there's another odd, like we had in the Noah material in Ham. It was clear that it was about Canaan. Here's another one. Who has brothers here? So, I mean, we don't even have Isaac yet. So that's interesting, and I couldn't go any deeper into it than that. Anyway, this seems to be another shrine commemoration story. This is a well shrine in the south, probably near what we presently call Beersheba. This is called Lahai-Wah. And notice, in the stories about Isaac that are to come, Isaac also hangs out at this area called what? Lahai-Wah. So it's not clear that the Isaac and Ishmael stories aren't being somewhat overlapped or interchanged or grouped together, because later on Isaac is going to be at Lahai-Wah. Now where is Lahai-Wah? He says between Kadesh and Bered. I mean, you can look at some maps, but it's down there someplace in the southern Palestinian desert, near Beersheba, I think. Now Beersheba, Bear in Hebrew means well. Sheva, 7. In fact, our 7 probably comes from that, Sheva. In Arabic, Sabah. So these words are all interrelated, but it also means in Hebrew to take an oath. So the well of the oath, Beersheba. So it could be the 7th well or the well of the oath. So back to priestly one, and Abraham was 86 years old when Hagar bore him Ishmael. That seems to come in out of the blue there on line 15, 16. 17, when Abraham was 99 years old. This is Yoash, so it seems to be priestly. I don't know what the scholars would say about this. Sometimes their theories don't really continue to be useful. But here it sounds Elohist, and yet he's talking about Yahweh again. But notice he announces himself as what? El Shaddai. Who has a different one? Might have Almighty God or something. El Shaddai or Almighty God. That's what it means. Almighty God, Shaddai. Now, funnily enough, that is a name known among the Canaanites and Phoenicians, El Shaddai. And someone was asking, well, why Elohim, the plural? Why not just El? You've got me. At some point, Elohim became replaced for these other names here, which were more local, probably, El Shaddai. And someone else asked, is the Arab name Allah the same as the Hebrew name? Well, there's El, and the Arab name is Al-Illah. Illah is El. So, in fact, they are really the same. Okay, here's another covenant again. And I will make you the father of a multitude of nations. Oh, God, where did we hear that one before? If you can collate all these things, you're better than me, because I can't keep on going back. But I think not long before we had this promise made in a different text, that I will make your descendants as the stars of the heavens, or so on and so forth. We get the same promise being made over and over again in different form, and I will increase your numbers greatly. And often I think they're associated with a given shrine. I don't know if there's a shrine associated with this one. I don't see one, except it looks like maybe the Oak of Mamre in chapter 18. And the Oak of Mamre, chapter 18, is not so different from the Oak of Moreh, but they're just totally different places. Where was the Oak of Moreh? This isn't working. Let's get a different sound. Where they sound really similar. Where was the Oak of Moreh? Do you remember? Shechem, yeah, Shechem. So, yeah, Shechem, which was in the north of Jerusalem. And I don't see any more. I don't see any more of these. I'm looking for some more of these sticks, which is the problem with this kind of approach, that you never find with something right on the board. The old days, chalk was no, I don't seem to have any. Let's see if I can find one in this bag. Nothing in this bag. Anyone see any pens around that we can use? I see any running around here? Well, I don't see any, so I'll have to stick with this one. So that other one was a red one. So Oak of Moreh was in the north at Shechem, and that will end up being one of the capitals of the northern kingdom when the thing split apart after David in 1900 BC. And this Oak of Mamre is the south. Where's the Oak of Mamre? South of Jerusalem, capital of the Judean kingdom before David takes Jerusalem. So David originally comes from this Hebron area when he's king. He was born in Bethlehem, which is north of here and south of Jerusalem. You can look at your maps. But in any case, these are another shrine south of Jerusalem. I'm not sure if they're easily distinguished from the